here's the other man. Here's the man that said, God be merciful unto me. I'm a sinner. I don't deserve to be in your presence. I don't deserve anything. And this man comes down. His rating goes down. This man goes up. And then he gets a halo. You see that? He gets a halo. Because he didn't look around. Like so many of us, that we look around. And that we criticize others. Once in a while I get somebody that comes to confession, they confess, but inevitably a name or two of others pop up. Oops. 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 No. 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 Confession about repentance. Confession about you. Not about others. Others don't make you sin. You sin because you have it inside. No one makes you do anything you don't want to do. Sin is within that little seed. That drive that makes you always look at others. And guess what? You got a friend who's always helping you. You know who the friend is? The devil. The devil is always waiting for you. He is always waiting to help you. He said, you know what? I mean, you really deserve better. You know, I don't know how you're treated that way. How do you take it? You deserve better. Look at this guy. Look at this lady. You know, they said the wrong thing to you. And I don't think you should put up with it. Tell the priest about it. Tell everybody about it. You gotta vent, you know, you gotta vent. Don't hold it inside. And then begins all the gossip in church. Because we want to vent. That little seed. St. Nicholas said, just like someone going to the woods, wanting to build a house, and all of a sudden he sees two logs of wood, one of them the most gorgeous one in the world. And one on the other side looks rough and tumble, and he looks at that one that he was so enamored with, he picks it up, and lo and behold, it's light. That log of wood was light that looked so beautiful on the outside. And he went to the other one, he picked it up, and it was heavy, solid, alive, strong, fit to be used for a building. The other one, when he carried it and it was so light, he looked inside, there was a little thing that started inside it and ate up all the inside. It was coming on all the way to the outside. The same with us. The same with us. Same with us. When we follow Jesus, when we obey Jesus, and we have Him in our heart, we don't look at others. We always look at ourselves. Always we look at ourselves. Two things you never want to do when you come to confession. I really don't have anything to confess. First one. And the second thing, directly, indirectly, find a name of a brother or a sister that irks you. That somehow part of your sin is coming from them. Two things. Do away with them, and you'll find favor in God's sight. But if you start looking at others, whoa, Lord have mercy on us. If you look at others to demean, to accuse, to blame, you're doing the wrong thing. If you look at others and you see God's virtue in them and admire it, says, I want to learn how to be like them, you will be blessed. You will be blessed. Recently I sent a document to prepare people for confession, which is a document that I used myself. It was written by St. John of Kronstadt. Beautiful, beautiful thing. And when someone comes to confession after going through it and says, really, I don't have a whole lot to confess, I know they didn't read it. Because I know what it does to me every time I read it. It rips into me. It rips into me, and I've been priest for 20 years, and I've been following God for over 40 years, and it still rips into me. If it doesn't rip into you, you're better than me. The publican's virtue was he never had any pride. The publicans didn't have a pride to say, I don't have much to confess. We need to confess. I need to confess. Once a year I have, maybe more often, I need to get my ears cleaned up. I need to get my ears cleaned up of all the things I hear, because my ears get polluted. Our hearts get polluted, and we need that constant cleansing. The one that says, I don't need confession, they make that judgment because they think they have become their own spiritual father. And the Father said, those that think they have become their own spiritual fathers, they have a fool for a spiritual father. Don't self-medicate. Self-examine. Don't self-medicate. That's what the rule. Most doctors that I know of, they never treat themselves. They have their own doctors. They need someone else to see things from a different perspective. We can't treat ourselves. We need spiritual Father to treat us. I don't hear my family's confession, I send them somewhere else. I don't. I am not a good one for them. But I'm good for you. I think I'm excellent for you. But not for my own family. And you are not excellent for yourself. God has provided you with someone that could be there for you. But to be able to do that, you have to be humble. Today we begin the Triodian period as we prepare to go into Lent. This is the beginning, the starting point. This is where everything begins. Or nothing will begin unless we are what? Humble. Renounce our egotism. Renounce all the things that make us prideful and proud of all your achievements. And you begin to look at people around you and all what you see, your own virtues and no one else's virtue. Pride when you have the ability to see virtues in others before you see it in yourself. Don't let that little seed spread in your heart. It will eat you alive. It will shred you to pieces. Like that log. Once those worms get inside it, you step on it, and it breaks. You step on the other one that is free of disease and worms, and it breaks your leg because it's strong and powerful. And that's the power of God that you will find in yourself once you renounce your pride and